Good morning, dear students. Welcome in social science class. Dear students, as we have already read the previous topic, the different changes or the urban changes in Delhi and Calcutta. And now the next chapter we will going to start the nationalist movement in 1870 to 1947. How the nationalist movement started in India and what was the reason behind to start the nationalist movement in India. We have already studied that the rule of East India Company ended with Queen Victoria's proclamation of November 1, 1858. You have already read in previous chapter the revolt of 1857, the first war of independence. There, the spark of independence was raised among the people against the Britishers. That was the thing was continued in this next movement that was called the nationalist movement. It was started after 1870. The power of governance now came into the hands of British government. In 1858, the totally empire or the administration was came under the British Empire. Indians, they were suffering very badly regarding this because they have to work under the Britishers. They cannot do any work without the permission of Britishers. But the people of India still did not have any say in the government or in the formulation of policies. They were just checking all those rules and regulations which were implementing by the British government. The resentment surfaced in the form of different rebellions. Resentment means the protest. It was took place in the form of different rebellions or attacks, we can say that, or protests, and subsequently later on gave rise to the birth of Indian national movement because people they were having the anger against the Britishers because they were suffered or their rights were suffered under the British rule. Many many political associations were formed to express the problems of Indians, but they were restricted to some parts of India only. It was not, these associations cannot speak up or they cannot express their problems or any situations in front of every authorities. They were allowed only in few areas. Just like we have an example, in 1876, Rendranath Banerjee established the Indian Association in Calcutta, but it is only meant for the Calcutta region, not for the other states. Now the next topic we have the formation of Indian National Congress. Now this chapter is leading towards the different nationalist movement and how the different freedom fighters they were took place each and every step to get the freedom from the Britishers. The Indian National Congress was formed in December 1885 by A.O. Hume. This is very important from GK point of view. Then in which year the National Congress was formed? That was in 1885 by A.O. Hume, a retired British official. He was supported by 72 educated Indian delegates from different regions of the country. The first meeting, these points you have to mention there also, that who was the founder member, in which year it was founded, and how many members were supported. These things you have to add whenever you will write your answer. The first meeting of Indian National Congress took place in Bombay. This question also very important from MCQ point of view. Under the presidentship of W.C. Banerjee, look at the images or the pictures of A.O. Hume. The full name is Alan Octavian Hume, and W.C. Banerjee means the Vomesh Chandra Banerjee. They were the founder members, we can say that, of Indian National Congress during 1885. Gradually, the Congress became the backbone of national movement 1885 till 1947. And the early phase of Congress was influenced by the leaders who were referred as moderates. Later on, what happened? There two groups were formed, moderates and radicals. Moderates were those people who were following the ideas and thoughts. They were not that much protesters, we can say that. They was just simply believe in thoughts and ideas. It was formed during 1885 till 1905. The moderates had complete faith in the British. They adopted moderate ways to pursue their goals. Their different demands were like that. They just demanding the representative institutions in the whole country for the welfare of the people. Although it was meant for the Britishers only, but they were expecting for the Indians also. Create provincial legislative councils in all the provincials. Provinces means where the king's rule are there. Earlier it was king's rule, then after it was taken by the Britishers, so they were demanding the legislative councils also, so that Indian people can also take part in any political matters. Recruit Indians for higher positions in the administration also. Just like you've already read in the chapter Revolt of 1857, there you have read about the military causes. Only the British people were getting positions or recruited in higher positions, and rest Indians, they were only for the lower post. But they were requesting or they were demanding that Indians should also get higher positions in the administration. And they were requesting also, they were demanding also that hold civil service examination in India also, so that the Indian students can also take part in these exams. Otherwise these were held in foreign countries, or we can say that in England. Ensure the growth of Indian industries and handicrafts. This was also they were demanding. By this, what will happen? The employment will get for the Indians. Otherwise, they were simply importing the goods and commodities from the foreign made industries. Just like from England, the things were brought and they were distributing in the Indian markets. So that thing should they were want to change. Stop the drain of wealth to Britain. They were demanding that the wealth should not drain towards the Britain. Drain means to transport or to distribute or to shift the wealth of one nation to the next nation. And the exploitation of Indian resources and people. They were also demanding that they should end the exploitation. The Britisher, they were exploiting the Indian people. That thing should not be. Equal rights should give for the Indians as well as for the Britishers. So this is very important. Then when they will ask you what are the different leaders or who are the different leaders of different moderates as well as the radicals, you have to remember these things. The prominent moderate leaders were Gopal Krishna Gokhale. They belongs to the moderate groups Dadabhai Naroji, Surendranath Banerjee, Firoz Shah Mehta, Mahadev Govind Ranade, Badruddin Tayyabji and others. These were the different moderate leaders who were demanding different demands from the British government. And on the other hand, during that period, plague and famine killed thousands of Indians. The economic conditions were miserable of Indians, and young Indians disgusted by the British closeness. What happened? The Britishers, they were imposing maximum taxes on the Hindus or Indians. That's why they were struggled very badly with the financial sources, and this thing was also create a spirit among the Indians to fight against the Britishers. This was inspired by the common people of Ethiopia, Japan and Russia, who rose against the oppressors. Aurobindo Ghosh, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal, commonly known as Lal Bal Pal, emerged as a new leaders were known as the radicals. These were the people who were totally believed in the actions. They were not believe in the ideas and thoughts. They believe in the actions, that whatever, if we want anything, that we have to get or we have to snatch. They did not believe in appeals. They were not requesting. They were not demanding. They were simply getting all those things, that if we want